Whether you like it with hollandaise sauce, butter, lemon, or maybe just plain, asparagus is a favorite with consumers. But before it gets to your table, you can count on a lot of hands-on harvesting.
You know, it's demanding. We got to be here every day. We got to cut it. We got to pack it. There's not a day off.
For the employees at Victoria Island Farms, a 7,000-acre island tucked into the delta waterways of California's Central Valley, March through May is asparagus harvest season. Since the window for gathering up the tall green shoots is so short, every day is a work day.
It didn't say, okay, you guys can have Sunday off. No, it's growing. And when it's growing fast, sometimes we're really chasing it, and it gets pretty exciting around here.
Now, most of us never think of vegetables, growing or otherwise, as exciting. But given the conditions found here, a mild climate and very specific soil qualities, the Victoria Island folks can see their asparagus almost shooting out of the ground.
The night temperatures and day temperatures are warm. These spears here will all be harvested tomorrow. When the temperature's ideal, these smaller spears, we're looking for 9 inches of green asparagus. These will make it by tomorrow. By tomorrow morning, we'd be harvesting something like that.
So that could grow up to 9 inches?
Correct.
In one day?
Yep.
That's amazing. Harvest time is hard work. Harvesters walk the fields row by row, measuring each stalk for 9 inches of green, the perfect size for harvesting. Workers bundle the asparagus and place it in bins. Once filled, the bins go straight to a packing shed where they begin the speedy journey from field to your dinner table.
The asparagus we're cut this morning is hitting our shed right now. We'll be grading, sorting, packing that asparagus, hydrocooling it, getting in our cold box, and today probably we'll be heading out in trucks to chain stores across the country and locally, Northern California, Southern California.
Inside the processing plant, another team of workers takes over. They'll sample, grade, and examine the quality of each spear heading for the consumer market. From there, the asparagus spears move on to conveyor belts and sorting lines. They'll be separated by size, length, and diameter. A bit of detail on farming asparagus. Smaller spears indicate a younger root. Asparagus is a perennial plant with roots that build and grow each year. So the larger spears may have been reproducing from the same growing cluster for as many as a dozen years. Now, any tips for consumers when they're picking out asparagus in the grocery store?
Yeah, you're looking, if it's an all-green product, it shouldn't have any white on it, very little white on it. And you always look at the butts of the asparagus, the cut of the asparagus, to see if it's not dried out. If it's fresh, it looks fresh cut on the bottom. The butts are not dried over. They look nice.
Well packed and preserved, asparagus can stay fresh in your refrigerator for more than a week. And here at the plant, each asparagus gets a fresh cut before it's sorted, graded, and packed. One final and important step in keeping the asparagus fresher longer is a device called the hydrocooler.
In the hydrocooler, the asparagus will move through a chilled water, raining chilled water on the asparagus, cool the asparagus down to 34 degrees pulp temperature, and then as it exits that, it's taken all the field heat out of the asparagus. Once it's palletized and put into our cold box.
Why is that so important?
Preserves the freshness. It just came from the field. We're taking whatever heat out of it and we're getting it into that cold environment. So it really preserves freshness, quality, and it preserves shelf life so that the consumer has a really excellent quality spear of asparagus when they buy it at the store.
Quality for any farmer is critical in a crop. And with consumers placing greater emphasis on food safety, the farm must also meet governmental standards in getting the asparagus from farm to table. Jim Jerkovich says everyone, from field hands to packers, plays a role in making the farm successful. And there's little downtime. Once the asparagus harvest wraps up, field and packing operations will transition to blueberries in June and July. Since their start in 1987, Victoria Island Farms has grown into one of the largest producers of asparagus in California, with those tall green spears showing up on dinner tables in the U.S. and overseas. how does that feel to know that your product that you're working so hard on could end up in Japan?
It's everybody here and everybody that works so hard to produce such a quality product. It really makes us proud that we know that everything we're doing every day is getting, people are getting to enjoy it, not only this country, but all over the world.
Asparagus is a popular vegetable grown all around the world, and we've been dining on asparagus for a long time. Early Egyptian paintings depict asparagus as far back as 3000 BC, and asparagus makes the recipe list in one of the oldest recorded cookbooks, dating back to 300 AD.